Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. My name is Chris, the host of Comic Tropes. This channel is Pros and Cons, which I use to do like live streams to talk about comic book news. In this specific case, unbox viewer-submitted comics. This stuff is always a blast. Something, if you are creating, you're always welcome to send in. I would never ask for it, but I try to make something available for people that want to do something like that. If you read the description below, it has a PO box where you can always send stuff like that in, and it's where we being me, contain comics. This is a stack of some comics that's come in the last couple of months, and nothing fancy here. I'm just going to unbox them. I'm going to show them to you, and we get a sense of what people out there are doing, which I think is fun. And there's a live chat right now, so sometimes there are people with insightful comments or weeks that I might be able to share with you. So welcome to everybody in the live chat. Tell you what, let me add another camera here, and then I'm going to just sort of shift this around. There's a pair of scissors which I will use to get at them comics. Let's get at some tasty treats. All right. I'm going to try to do my best not to show any specific addresses up close, but I will say this one's from Utah. Let's open it up and see what we got. There's at least a dozen boxes here, so that's kind of cool. I usually try to wait until there's just a few, and this makes for a more entertaining show, but yeah. All right. Oh, this is a nice Gemini mail. I will mention that. So these always protect the comic really well. Let's take a close look, and I'm just double checking to see if there's any sort of a letter or anything like that to me. We may, of course, include personal info, but no, I don't think that there's... This looks like a boilerplate letter that this creator sends to a couple people, but let's take a look. We've got a little bag here with a couple cards to promote the comic. The Wasach Wonders. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm Evan Black. Here are the first two issues of the Wasach Wonders. I'm going to put those there, and maybe I need to zoom out just a little bit, actually, right? Is that a little, that's a decent balance for how much real estate I have to play with there. Let's see. I completed these comics while working as a middle school teacher, and then I was diagnosed with colon cancer, which has the silver lining of giving me more time to work on the comic. Wow, that's a really positive attitude. I've since put together a cancer awareness handout, which is included in the package, and I tossed in some cards and a sticker. All right, so I think that this is something I can share with everyone. That is a QR code and a website if you want to potentially learn more about this. And he says, P.S. Wasach is the name of the mountain range where many people in Utah live. Thank you for the explanation, because I honestly did not know that. And we've got this like little freebie here that sort of talks about what's going on, and it looks like these are literally superheroes being shrunk down, Fantastic Voyage style, to enter the digestive tract. Wow. So this is a very, very personal book. And it says that you can get these comics on Etsy. But let's open up this first issue. Take a close look. Here's a kind comment in the chat. I'm always happy to highlight kind comments. Those cards look dope. Yes, they're very nice. They're heavy too, by the way. Here, I'll open it up real quick just because I want to acknowledge that. Yeah, these are nice, thick cards. We've got the basic sort of character, and then like a little description on the back for each of them. Feral, Dynamo, Valiant, Sliver, and Eidolon. Very cool. Okay, so Utah's greatest heroes unite. Will they come together in time to save Salt Lake City? I certainly hope so. I have no desire to see Salt Lake City taken off the face of the earth. let's see, a bonus size 32-page first issue. Looks like they've got it priced at $5, and this must have come out originally in 2018 for issue 2, because the free thing says 2022. Okay, issue 2 is 2021. That's not bad. In mind, this person's both battling cancer and there was a pandemic. So when you've got a compromised immune system, if you're creating anything extra, that's a bonus. Introduction: an era of heroism ends in tragedy and betrayal when the Wasach Wonders, guardians of the Great Basin, disintegrate. One member of the team is dead, another retired, though never fully so. And third, the shining example of both justice and mercy, is exiled into space for crimes of murder and megalomania. All right. That's good, but that's actually a really nice first introductory panel to your main character. Having a little trouble getting the perfect focus. It looks like if I bring it a little too close, it's going to show up. Not bad. Full color. Paper quality is great. Just going to skim through a little bit, get a sense of things. If I was going to critique anything at first, it would probably be more like the lettering than anything else. This is real good. Yeah. Obviously, somebody's created a superhero story that's got something personal to them. I think that passion generally translates well. The Wonders issue, the Wonders face off against fear itself. Good. This was Kickstarter supported, so that's great. Congratulations, Evan. What an accomplishment. Thank you. I'm looking forward to diving into this in some more when I get a chance. We'll see what else we got, but that is a really nice way to start things off. That dude has some balls. Yes. Looks fantastic. That's kind. The art looks nice. Looks really cool. Some very nice comments there to start things off. Let's see what we've got next. Do Not Bend. Okay. And this is coming from where? Does it say? Massachusetts. Massachusetts. It's where I grew up. I got my handy dandy scissors here. After the show, I vow to run around with them. Let's see what happens. All right. All right. This is a slightly odd size, so I don't know what to expect yet. That's kind of the fun, and hopefully it's a little bit of fun for you all at home to see what's coming out, and hopefully the folks that are kind enough to send this stuff in are able to eventually sort of see their stuff shown to a few more people. If I can help spread the word, happy to at least do that much. Okay. I'm just tossing the empty boxes to the side. This is very, this is all sorts of percussion, so hopefully I am being gentle enough here. Oh, interesting. Hold on. What could this be? Seems to be sort of a bottle here. All right, let's break at some of this painting tape and see what we got in here. Info. There's a little note that just says info. And is that anything? I think that was just to protect it. All right. We have a super tiny bottle, but can you folks see yet inside that bottle? Probably not. Let me see if this focuses at all. That's Infotron, folks. My little robotic sidekick. Dare I? Yes, I dare. I'm opening it up gently because there's actual sand in here and I don't want to spill that everywhere. I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to gently set that aside so that I don't sell it. We're going to open this up and see what we can learn from this secret note in a message in a bottle is always exciting. I grew up on the ocean. I was obsessed with writing little messages in bottles and tossing it into the ocean in hopes that it would end up somewhere else and someone would find it. Okay, Infotron here. Required assistance. Have been captured by an idiot savant. Held in basement with strange green curtains. Have attempted flashlights in Morse code during live broadcasts to no avail. Only have enough cat urine as sustenance. Hear me out. Okay, but I'm not gonna show that. But the diagram of a telephone, and underneath is an actual phone number. Let's see if I can. I want to get this back the original way it was with the little Infotron. And tuck this away in this adorable and get this stopper back here. Let's see what's in the pages of this guy. That is very charming, very original. I think that everybody must appreciate the creator, right? Let's see. That's adorable. Wow. Hey, Infotron. Let's see. That's so cool. Plankton would hate the guy who made it. I'm pretty sure that must be a SpongeBob SquarePants reference, but I'm a little too old to know for sure. Pretty cool. Let's see what else there is in here, folks. This is interesting. There seems to maybe a comic or a letter, something like that, inside these protected pages. Top secret. Not for long. Top secret. Ooh. Is this Braille code? Do you see above this picture of Infotron eating Civil War II? Look at that. Seems to be a code, but I'm not good at figuring this out. Is this a full-on ARG? That's like a role-playing game in real life, right? Okay, there's something else in here. Look at this. I feel like I'm going on some sort of SHIELD-esque spy mission. Attached. CTV footage of incident regarding turtle assailant. Location, Manhattan redacted near redacted. Subject 1, Infotron. Subject unknown possible redacted. Memo for Defense Secretary. It is recommended that both subjects are closely monitored. Likelihood of redacted or redacted non-zero, however unlikely. And this comes from FC Colombo, Lieutenant Colonel, U.S. Army, Administration Defense Against Ground Threats. Underground threats. Whoa, okay, that was just an extra file folder. Look at this. We've got a metallic sheen. I think this is Infotron and possibly a Ninja Turtle. Are you guys as interested as me? Intruder, your presence has been easily detected. Ninja or not, you shan't obtain my information. Be warned, you won't live to regret this. Dude. If of it's myself and Ninja Turtles. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. We've got a Ninja versus Infotron battle. This is so cool. This is a comic just for me. Wow. I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh, Infotron opening his head. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Oh, inside Infotron, there's an actual brain. I didn't know that. Oh my God. It just ends. How fun is that? This is so creative. We've got a hand-printed comic inside a redacted info folder, tucked away inside top secret folder, file 37, TSAO dot. But here's the thing, aside from saying it's from this Lieutenant Colonel, I don't really know who this is from. There is a phone number to call. I'll have to think about that. That makes me a little nervous. I'm a shy guy. That's an amazing presentation. That's amazing. We are starting off really strong. Infotron and a Salt Lake City band of superheroes. I am happy so far. The turtle silhouette looks badass. You can type Morse to translate. That's good advice. Yeah, I hope I don't get anthrax. I don't think so. Everyone says it is Morse code. This guy went all out. Hello, Daniel. Nice to see you. Metallica. How'd he get in? Nintendo? Oh, I don't know. Zoink, Scoob. A real caper. That was a perfect impression. I love the movie Top Secret. I am doing well, and I agree with Marvin. That was very cool. A+ for the presentation. A+ for the presentation. Very impressive. Wow. It's going to be hard to top that, isn't it? But who knows what else we'll get. This feels light, by the way. This feels light. It doesn't feel like some heavy enough to be a comic book. This, by the way, comes from somebody who's a regular viewer of this channel, Steve Sorensen, out in New York State. I'm not going to get any more specific than that. I try my best not to dox my viewers. Yes, a case for Lady Cop, the cop who's also a lady. It was a perfect check-in. I don't know about that. I think you're being like. All right. Maybe I should use the scissors. Oh my goodness. What? Somebody knows me. I am from Massachusetts. All right. Oh. You are legally obligated to grow up as a fan of the Celtics, the Bruins, Sox, and yes, folks, the New England Patriots, who really stink this year. They're terrible. Hilariously bad. I love this. I needed a cap. Super chat. You need to make a Scooby-Doo comic episode in full Shaggy voice. Now, I know plenty of people won't love this hat, but I do love it. So it is perfect for me. Let's see if this letter gives us any insight into why Steve is being so kind. Of course, I enjoy your shows. Bought a coworker a Patriots hat, and the company said 2 Patriots hats, so here you go. Go steal, okay? Oh, man. So basically, Steve accidentally got one of these for his coworker, and he got a second one, and he thought of me. I am flattered. I think that this is awesome. It's very comfortable, by the way. That's so cool. That is cool. Not very comic booky, but very much Chris comic-y. At least their quarterback didn't leave for the rest of the season. Well, you know. No matter how terrible the Patriots are, they are sort of. They've seemed to have forgotten how to play football. It ain't great. The stream is choppy. Really? Oh, I'm sorry. That's another person saying it too. The stream is lagging, huh? Oh, that's frustrating. So I'm showing good health on my end for the signal, but I do wonder. I am getting a little bit of bad weather, and I do wonder if that's in any way affecting what I'm broadcasting. Does it make sense to keep going? I don't want to show people's comics and a bad stream. Lagging for you a bit too. Really? I'm trying to think of the best way to handle this. It's not the hat. Let me try something. Hold on. I'm going to go into a setting that might help a little bit. I'm going to bump resolution on a few things. I bumped down the resolution so that like I'm not broadcasting quite as much information. Let's give it a moment and see if by any chance helps. Go to one camera. I mean, I could theoretically. I'll just remove this just to see. Do you feel that like when I removed that, like anything happened, folks? I know that's going to be a bit of a lag in getting that information, but I want to be able to shoot. It's not horrible. It's stuttering a bit. Feels like there's some dropped frames. Otherwise, it's tolerable. What about the audio? Is my audio cutting out as well? That would be really helpful to know. Seems a bit better, but that also could just be like the stream health improving too. So it's really hard to diagnose. It's not perfect. Really? The other one is running okay? So what if I did this? Hold on just a second. Let me just see if I can create a thing where maybe you have to see me. Bear with me. Can you hear me now? Come back to us. We're afraid. I hate having this lag, but can you? I tried to adjust it so that the audio is running through this camera instead of that camera. You can hear me? Okay. Well, then instead of seeing my face, I'll just focus on opening the comics because it looks like I'm getting not a great signal from my webcam that was on me, but we can still look at comics and chat live. So that's good. All right, let me open up another package here. Trying to be careful not to cut anything that's inside. And this one's from where? This one's from somewhere in Canada. I don't blame Canada. I'm Canada. My brothers and sisters and so on to the north. Or, from their point of view, I'm to the south. Okay, hold on. Somebody's speaking to say it's still choppy. Is it really? Everything on my end is that it should be good. Let's take a look here. Self-Worth, the story of Slim Evans, written and illustrated by Gord Cummings. I'm curious. I love bios. So I'm going to read this letter to myself real quick. Let's see. I'm just double checking to see if this is anything that should only look like it is. So, Gore in Edmonton, Canada, has something. The audio is still chopped. Really? Darn it. I'm sorry that this isn't perfect, folks. I'm doing the best I can. I really don't know what else I can adjust on my end right now. Do is just cancel it and try a different day to see if the what do you call it? Like if the stream health was better on a different day. Let's take a look at the comic though, real quick, while I browse the letter. Well, that's some really interesting art. A basement in Minneapolis circa 1912. Well, you guys look at that for a minute. I'm going to read the letter. Let's see what this person has to say with the letter. Thanks for being a good dude, Chris. Your videos on comics journalism are so good and honest. Geez, I'm trying to pat myself on the back. I'm just reading that. Your vulnerability is really appreciated, and you have no idea how your discussions on mental health and positivity help others. I hope so. When I'm hunched over during your channel, especially the Pros On's live stream, but I haven't made it to the stream with timing because of deadlines, but it is a priority to get back. Helps push through the clutter of daily life and imposter syndrome. Thanks a ton. I sent you some stuff before, and I don't think it landed very well. I have such insecurities with what I've put out. You may recall the Yankee stuff. I am so accustomed to people not reading my stuff, so I take a ton of license in it. Oh man, I'm sorry that you have these feelings, Gord. I think that you should definitely feel a huge sense of accomplishment. I mean, I may make some videos, but how many comics am I put on? Not a lot. So you're doing something, and this looks good. This looks legit interesting to me. I love stories of people's daily lives. This looks amazing. There's more to this letter. I'm going to just sort of you guys, and I'm going to get this letter for myself, which is cool. Let's see. You have the first 2 issues of my comic, which were made at home. Even the binding done here where I sit. That's impressive, Gord. I never have guessed that you did this at home. I've seen lots of self-stuff. I've done lots of it is. Let's see. Self-worth about a labor leader, Slim Evans travels all across North America. He Kansas City, shot by Ross in Ludlow during the massacre, and was shot down by EMP in Saskatchewan for advocating wages. Wow. So this is a real person. This miniseries will lead into a bigger work that we got an art grant for. That's exciting. We spent Vancouver last month in prep for big work on the Onto, which our guy Slim was a leader of. So this miniseries is 3 issues long, and this means you 1 green and issue 2 yellow. Whoa. Wow. That's amazing, Gord. That sounds like a story from just your letter, and I hope it's okay that I just gave the condensed version to my audience at home, but I see what you wrote to me, and it's really, really kind. That's amazing. Let's see. I have comics that I've made that I'd want to send, but the cost of printing and shipping makes that difficult. Maybe one day. Totally understand, Care Bear. Let's see. Is Chris something? No, I'm pretty sure she is not using. And you know what? I pay for the absolute fastest internet speeds you can get, so we should be able to do multiple things without having these problems. Like, what am I paying for? I really want to know. This is a comic I am sincerely excited to read. I think that advocating for the working class is tremendously important. So this is really cool. A real person. Slim Evans. Thank you for the full comics. That's amazing. That's really good. And the fact that you made I would call this an eye-catching cover. So that's really good. That's really, really good. All right, I'm going to set something aside here. That letter for myself. And other thing to open, this one is from Maryland. And actually a part of Maryland, not far from where I lived when I lived in Virginia for 10 years, like very close to DC, basically. Well, all things considered, relative close to DC. Bear with me, I'm just cutting this open, and I don't want to show the person's home address until I've opened it. So usually this is why I've got that second camera off, just so that you have something visual to look at. But I'm trying not to show you. You know what? Maybe I should just have a stuttery picture of myself. I don't know. No. I'm going to bump that down to standard def and try it like this. I don't know. Maybe this will work. Maybe it won't. If it's too stuttery, then forget it. Hold on. Did I hear that the Weekly Planet gave me a note? No, I did not know that. But I am a little behind on Weekly Planet, so I thought it. Wait, am I? Yeah, I guess I didn't watch the latest one. Oh, those guys are so nice to me. They really are. They've got a very big audience compared to me, so it's really kind of them to shout anything out. I'm having trouble figuring a way to cut this one open. Let's see. Maybe this one. Yeah. Yep. I got it. I can figure out how to open things. I'm in a... Boy. Don't get me wrong. Even though some of these are hard to open, it's worth it. I appreciate that people are taking time to make sure that the comics are affected in their journey. Okay, that's a Gemini mailer as well. So we got it. Let me... How colorful is that? Oh, it's Scout Comics too. Look at that. Scout Comics has definitely been making some waves lately, along with publishers like, I don't know, Vault has been making a bunch of waves, I would say. Scout Comics is good. Scout Comics published my friend Randy's not too long ago. Junction Jones and the Corduroy Conspiracy. We've got issues 3, 2, and 1. Let me read this little letter I've got. Chris, Mr. Comic Tropes. People call me Mr. Comics. You all can too. On Darrow, well, that gives you an idea. This is about 3 weeks old or so. Thought I'd send you issues 1 to 3 of our comic Junction Jones and the Corduroy Conspiracy. Both me and Luciano are very much influenced by Darrow. Ooh. Anyways, hope you dig it and keep kicking ass on the videos. Love, Tom. There's some also nice stuff to me that's more personal. But like, let's open this up and take a look at Junction Jones and the Corduroy Conspiracy. How kind of these folks to send me their book. All right. So that's a variant cover, apparently, by P. Sparrow. Letters by T.C. Or maybe it's Pescatore. I'm sorry, I'm guessing. Art, Loco Gonzalez. Junction Town, No Folks Land, Prelude. Okay. Let's get a sense of like the setting. I already see what you mean by a Darrow influence when I look at background. I also have to admit, I feel like I see something very, very European about this. I get a little bit of a Mobius vibe when I look at these backgrounds. Oh, we've got a Murder Most Foul. Wow. I love when black and white is done well. And I love comics. I think you guys know that. And this is set in the future. This looks good. I totally can understand why a company like Scout picked it up. Wow. Owen Wilson there. Wow. Wow. How about that? Wow. Oh, look at that. Somebody actually has read it in the audience, which is nice. Thank you for telling me. Let's see. I've only read issues 1 and 2, but Junction Jones is dope. Hey, hell yeah. Where can one buy that? Good question. I would say that the first place you'd want to look would be asking your comic book store to potentially order it. But barring that, go to scoutcomics.com and they should have a list of pretty much everything they have in print and maybe where you can find it. They should. They've definitely been making some waves. JC Biolabor. That's interesting. So this is sort of going. I got a vibe that this was, the working class and people getting like possibly knocked off in the hopes that they wouldn't get noticed. But that is funny, going from like a real life comic about somebody advocating for labor rights to a futuristic murder mystery set in the working class. Also, I just got to say, I love that the main character seems to have a junkyard cat. The art rules. The art is cool. Yeah. That's awesome. Thank you so much for sending this to me. That's really, really cool. Junction Jones and the Corduroy Conspiracy. Fair enough. That is that's actually, like, while it's a long title, there's something about that sounds catchy and memorable. I guess it's the dual alliteration, if I was to guess. Junction Jones, Corduroy Conspiracy. Somewhat memorable. Yeah, Junction Jones seems to have his own junkyard cat, so I like it. There he is. Very cool. Thank you so much. I've got another one to open. This doesn't have, it does have a return address. Hold on. Whoa, this comes from Scotland, folks. Wow. All right. Somebody named David in Scotland sent me some. It's a crazy time travel story with a killer cat. That sounds up my alley. 3 issues out so far for Jones, even digital versions. I am buying those next paycheck. Oh, great. That sounds like, hey, I think, if even one person discovers a new comic, that's good. That's good. I just read The Goon, and it's really awesome. Really hope David Fincher and Tim Miller can finally get that film made. Yeah, that would be interesting to, like, spread the word. There is a new Goon comic coming out from Eric Powell. That was announced this week. All right. Here is the latest one. This is from David in Scotland. Enough Nonsense, Fried Egg Comics. Let's see what Enough Nonsense might be about. This sounds a little familiar, actually. I think that David possibly has sent me something before. Oh, okay, yeah, this is interesting. Cool. So this is an anthology, 1-page and 2-page type stories. Happy. So all sorts of different things. Does look like a bunch of this is humorous, if not all. It's hard to easily share the gist of an anthology, but I definitely, okay, this one looks really simple and fast to read, so let's see. Do you believe in God? And it's 2 gorillas. I don't know. I don't think so. I think you should. Why is that? Because if it's true and you believe, you'll get it. And if not true, no harm done. You can't lose. Yeah, I see what you mean. There's something not right about that. later. What about the other gods and their heaven and hell? Good point. Oh, hold on. That looked, yeah. Star Wars. I attended this year's Star Wars celebration. This is fun. This is a blast. It's really well done. Really great paper. Really great binding. This is well put together. And let's see. There's an ad. That comic smell. Listen to the podcast. Read the comics. So an ad in the back. This is awesome. Fried egg comics, folks. Fried egg, or hold on, Fred egg. I think. Let me double check that. Sorry, I may have gone too fast. Let's get it right. Excuse me, Fred egg. Fred egg comics. Thank you very much. That's exciting to get a comic from a whole another country. I mean, technically, actually, one of these was from Canada, which is another country. That's great. Neat. I bet you thought you lost me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Hello, hello. I'm here. Just give me a sec. Hello. Okay. Okay. I'm back. So that happened. Hold on. Because my internet went down for a minute. So this is awkward. Let's continue. I'm back. I'm sure I lost half the audience. Let's see if I can get a camera on myself again. This is going to take just a moment, but this is doable. Okay. I think I'm about to be back with you guys 100%. Just adjusting something. Just adjusting something. Hi. You can't lose me that easily, can you? I think the stream health should be better now. I did not throw out the hat. I'm going to bring it back just to show you guys that it is not bad luck to wear a Patriots hat. It is not. Look at the stream health. This is good. This is good. These are just things that you deal with sometimes here in the Pacific Northwest. We've got another comic coming to us from Florida. You know what? I love wearing a hat when it's sunny. I'm not much of a hat indoors guy. I love it, Steve. I love it. But I'm not going to wear it indoors right now. I hope that's okay. Let's get this open. It looks like another Gemini mailer. I should really buy some of these myself for when I maybe send a buddy a piece of art or a comic or something. Instead, I just sort of make do with whatever's around. All right. Another bunch of comics here. My apologies to David Robertson and Fred Egg Comics for the interruption. Wow, look at that. This makes me think, art-wise, a little bit of Joan and Vasquez. I'm trying to read what it says. Sundays in Space. Sundays in Space. Sorry, that took me a minute. I'm dopey. A graffiti vibe, says CW Artist. I see that. I see that. I'm not much of a hat guy. I'm not even much of a jacket coat guy. The winter cold can change me all at once. Oh, can challenge me. Sorry, excuse me. I almost got that right. All right. Sundays in Space. What is it? It's a sci-fi action-adventure comic. It follows the crew of the delivery ship Doghouse 059. Led by Captain Red, the crew just want to sail the stars and live life on their terms. Although considered outlaws, they do have a soft spot in their hearts for those in need. Free digital issues and links to buy printed issues can be found at sundays-in-space.com. You get that? I post daily process images to Instagram at Doghouse059. Okay. This is by Dan Goodwin, apparently. Let's open one up. Chichi says, I'm getting this one immediately. Graffiti art is my jam. You probably like some of that art by that Jim Mahfood fella, huh? Where did I think I just got, yeah, I just picked up one of Jim Mahfood's old books, the 40-ounce collected, talking about like an artist with a bit of a graffiti vibe. This is some of his older work. It's evolved since then, but this is fun. Fun. Comics can be fun. All right. Sundays in Space. Let's take a look. I like this. It looks like a 1970s TV show, weekly TV show. The lettering and stuff that they got to introduce everybody. Oh man. Space Thanksgiving. A Space Thanksgiving. Well, that's timely. This looks very funny, and that looks so cool. That looks cool. A lot of energy to this. A lot of energy. A lot of dynamic, crazy comic stuff. Knife Hockey Night in Hotown. Hold on. I'm allergic to good comics. This looks fun. Thank you so much to Dan. That's really cool. That's really cool. Look at that. Oh. Perfect. Bunch of fake ads. I remember the ad that looked like this one in the upper right. And of course, this is a riff on G.I. Joe stuff, the Doghouse. Wow. And I get 3 issues of that. Yo, that's not bad. Dan Goodwin says, in the late 90s, I tried to self-publish my own book. After creating about 5 issues, I decided to set comics aside. Prior to that, I did some work for a small publisher called Pocket Change Comics. It actually rings a bell. During the pandemic, I decided to try again at self-publishing, resulting in the above work. Way to go. You're killing it. This is great. Thank you very much. Self-published, huh? More power to you. I hope that this helps spread the word a little, and you get a few more eyeballs on your work. It looks funny. It looks energetic. What's not to like? Oh, yeah, there's a good observation here. David Alicia says, cool Bodhi vibe. I can see that. Looks good. Very cool. Love the artwork here. Dynamic and vibrant. Lots of crazy action. Lots of detail. Wow. Very nice things to say. Hey, Chris, I had an accident at work today. I'm sorry to hear that. Yikes. I hope you're okay. He's a very talented artist. I agree. That looks fun. We've got a few more things. Let's see. What do I have here? Is this anything? No, that's what I just opened. 1, 2, 3. 3 more, folks. Which to do first? Trying to feel them out. I just really like the lettering on this. I'll show that. I'm covering up where it's from, but look at that. That's me. Thank you. Scissors. So I'm hard at work, by the way, at a Comic Tropes episode. Just needed to take a break from editing. And yeah, my version of taking a break is to just create extra content like this because it's a little bit less work. I love talking about comics. I love streaming. I love doing anything to do with comics. I love it all. Okay, it's coming. Hold on. Here we go. Whoa. Look at that. This is a hand-drawn letter, folks, on like a really nice thick paper. Hello, Chris Piers of Comic Tropes. I would love to say that your podcast is very informative to comic book artists and writers alike, which is much appreciated. I am sending to you for the unboxing 2 graphic novels. The first one, Frankie Crossroads, The Journey, and the recently published second graphic novel, Frankie Crossroads, The Journey Continues. Frankie Crossroads is a traveling blues frog who was born and bred in the swamps along Route 28 in upstate New York. He's on a journey to adventure. Along the journey, he meets Fedora Jerry, an albino bear who becomes Frankie Crossroads' traveling companion. The two of them run into Black-Eyed Blake, who is hungry for frog legs. Let the adventure begin. Thank you, Mark. Wow. A really nice bookmark here. Seems to be a one-of-a-kind. A nice little trading card, which I assume is a self-portrait of the artist. And look at what we got here. This is a big, thick book. Frankie Crossroads, created, drawn, and written by Mark Richard Luther. The Journey. Let's take a look. I wonder if there's a little Muppets influence here with a frog traveling across the country, someone trying to turn him into frog legs. I wonder. Plus, he makes music. There's something there, right? Frankie started to play his version of air guitar. He had been bitten by the music. It has taken over his body like a fever. Aw. That's amazing. You know, I'm pretty sure that the artist is drawing this stuff on lined paper and then scanning it in. Because if you look closely, maybe you can, I don't know if you can see it well on the camera or not, but there are lines, even lines all the way across all of these pages. Sometimes you can't see it as well, but it's in the background or something. Like, see that? I think that the artist is just drawing on the materials he has available, which I actually admire. This is about a guy teaching. Wow, He's really teaching Frankie how to play chords and taking into account that Frankie has 4 fingers instead of 5. That's interesting. That's a lot of attention to detail. Bold lines. Cute story, really. Frog legs, ha ha ha. Fedora, Jerry, and Frankie will come to present itself, or it could just happen at any time. Okay. Well, you know what? I personally wish Frankie Crossroads a good journey, and I hope that he learns the true meaning of swamp blues. That's cool. I like this. That frog looks like the chillest dude ever. Yeah, it's the eyes, right? It looks pretty cool. The art rules. Very zine. Yeah. Cool indie vibe, no question. I need to check out Mahfood. Any recommendations? Where to start with Jim Mahfood? I would say maybe in terms of just something that's like accessible or something, maybe like his Tank Girl work. But you can't go wrong with any of his Girl Scouts comics. It's GRRL, Girl Scout comics. So look into that. Yeah. This feels Ninja Turtles inspired to me. That's possible. Frogleg makes me think of the Muppet movie and the Doc Hopper commercial in it. Me too. Me too. I don't know if that's intentional or not. Hey, look. Mark. That's the creator, folks. That's the creator. What are the odds? That's really cool. That's really cool. And look, you can tell it's him because there he is holding that. Look, we've got like sort of a picture-in-picture thing going on here. Congratulations, Mark. Very impressive work. Getting 2 books done already. That's great. Frankie Crossroads, The Journey Book 1 is available on Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Target. Book 2 will be available Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Target. Well, you can't beat that. Self-published, yeah, but look at that. Getting it out there. He's bought an ISBN. I think that shows a lot of confidence in your work. If you don't know what an ISBN is, folks, that's a number you have to buy to like literally be able to sell it in stores. There's more to it than that. I'm trying to just keep it simplified. But, I believe that when somebody puts something like this in print and takes the steps to buy an ISBN, etc., that shows a lot of confidence in their own work, investing in yourself. Black-eyed Blake is watchful as a great white shark. He is silent and patient. This is very, very unique. Very unique. I am working on the 3rd book. Well, I wish you every success with that. And by the way, thank you very much for this personalized art. That is, wow. Some people may send in comics. Not everybody takes the time to do something like this to really like sell their comic. I hope that means that you've got a real passion for it and that you enjoy doing it. This looks fantastic, by the way, in color. I really like how your work looks in color. So keep it up. Are those actual chords? Well, Mark was in there. Mark, I was looking at the first book where he's getting, where Frankie Crossroads is getting taught some chords. Were those real chords that he was learning? Was it made up? That's a good question. I'll leave the book on the top there until we get to the next one. But that's awesome. Thank you. This is some really high-level quality comics that are coming through for this unboxing. This is exciting. Only 2 left, so let's keep moving. This one's a little heavy, to be honest. F is for frog chord. Yes, I do, and yes, they are. Okay, good. So he's saying that, yeah, that's real music, baby. That's real music in there. Hey, everybody. Hello, Ashley. Freddie Mercury. I only know 3 chords. Yeah, but his voice, man. The octaves his voice could hit. Just, I will argue, one of the all-time great singing voices, that Freddie Mercury. Whether you love Queen or not, I do like Queen quite a bit, but you have to admit that his voice was something very special. Very special voice. Let's see. That's attention to detail, talking about Frankie Crossroads and the real chords that he was learning. I wish more comics were about heavy metal. It's such a large genre with a lot of potential. Yeah, that's a good point. And you know, I think that there's a lot of crossover interest in all sorts of music and comics, and I do think that there's room for that to grow, like the crossover audience work there. All right. This one, by the way, is coming from California. California. This is heavy. Let's see if there's a... Oh, I think that there is a letter in here. All right. The Angriest Warrior Dead Ends, Erwin Papa with Warwick Walker. Another Erwin Papa, Gangsters Boys. That is a badass cover. Speaking of heavy metal type imagery, wow. Wow. That is a great point, CW artist. Who doesn't love music? Everybody loves music. And, you know, different kinds of music may appeal to some of us more than others, but music is a unifier. But I believe that that can be true of just about any art. And I definitely think it's true, potentially, of comics. I'm trying to get this letter out to myself. And then we've got Endangered African Horn Man and Juggy, and a bunch of like stickers and such. But before I go too far, I'm going to read this little letter to myself. Enjoy your copy of our book, Endangered African Horn Man and Juggy. This anthology was the first group comic project created by members of the Discord group at Ink and Drink Long Beach. Ink and Drink. That is such a good name. Ink and Drink. That's really good. Evil Deceptor. Hero Protector. These are great. I like this mashup sticker that he's got in here of, look at that, Bart Simpson and E.T. That's pretty good. Oh, and you guys know I love me some Jet Jaguar. These are badass stickers. These are badass. All right, so Endangered African Horn Man and Juggy. Skirting the rights of copyright. I'm all for it. The group was started by my friends June the Goon, which is the person that apparently did this, Roshi, and myself. We've hosted in-person drink and draw events since 2018 and have had weekly online events since 2020. I think we can understand why. The book was our first crowdfunded project, and its success is a motivation to do more. The basic idea of the book was to tell our own stories with these characters. We invite all of your viewers, that's you folks, to join our in-person and online events, as well as our Discord group. All links at ink_and_drink_LB. So that's what we're talking about. Ink and Drink. Discord. Ink and Drink. Guy's name is Erwin Papa. Let's take a look at this anthology. See what we can figure out. That's awesome. We've got credits for everybody involved here. Wow. Yeah. A lot of different stories definitely involving the characters. All sorts of styles. Endangered Endangered what? Endangered African hornman. Oh, wow. So many different styles. That sounds like fun. I'm glad. I love drawing with other people and just like having a chill get together. I've done various like drink and draws. I've done some Dr. Sketchies where you can like have some drinks and draw a live model. So much fun. Totally recommend it. So the Ink Drink Long Beach, if you're in California or online on their Discord. Look at this. Just some really cool drawings of Transformers without the name as such, but that looks really good. Erwin Papa. Thank you, Erwin. Amazing stuff. And I'm definitely curious about some of these other books you included. Gangsters, Boys. This one's heavy. Angriest Warrior Dead Ends. Tell you what, we'll take a quick look. We'll take a Endangered African Hornman is one of the best members of the Sinistrous Sextet. That's good. Oh, look, another person that was featured here. Thanks for checking out my comic. Really appreciate the kind words. Dan, thank you so much. Or Danielle, sorry, I don't know. Thank you so much for sending something in. It means a lot to me. It's very, very, very kind. Very kind. Gangsters, Boys. Whoa. Oh, cool. It's just good, cool, funky art. Yo, I love it. Which character was this in Ninja Turtles? That was isn't this one the one that was just in the movie and Splinter has a relationship with it's a cockroach, I think. Scumbag? Oh, I love Godzilla and Hedorah. These are great. Kamen Rider, Lobo. Dude, this is a great book. This is so cool. Wow. This is badass, isn't it? I think a lot of people would like getting this book. These look amazing. Sorry, it's all good. It's all good. Can't wait to look at this stuff. Thank you very much, Erwin Papa, for this. All right. We're down to one more box. But this is what a night this is, right? They would make great posters. Chris attracts talent. I don't know. I mean, I bet you a lot of YouTubers get great submissions like this. But I do feel lucky. This one's coming from Florida. Last one coming from Florida. Don't let us down, Florida. Looks like it's a Gemini mailer. Oh, gotta get the side here. But we're almost done. And then I'll release all of you back into the wild so that you can get something to eat. And I'll get back to editing. Oh, it's taped in. Bear with me. It's going to take a minute. Okay. Appreciate the care so that nothing gets damaged. Hey, it's another thing from Scout Comics. Scout Comics represented again tonight. That's amazing. This one is... Oh... I've heard about this one, actually. This is one that I've heard about before. Death Comes for the Toymaker. Let's open it up and take a look. It's really taped up, so give me a moment here. Everybody's worried because it's from Florida. Well, there are good people in Florida. There are talented people in Florida. There's good food at some places in Florida. You want to get a good Cuban sandwich? Maybe consider going to Miami. Or even Fort Lauderdale. Who knows? Nice cover. Yes. Scout has put out many good books in 2023. They seem to be making waves. Absolutely. Okay, so one is a variant and one is the issue. So bear with me. I'll put that right there and I'll open up the variant one so that we can look at the interiors together. I think that this came straight from Scout Comics then, because there's no letter or anything. Yeah, I think Scout Comics just sent this to me. Guess they thought it would be up my alley. So, Death Comes from the Toymaker. Death Comes for the Toymaker. I'm getting tired. Written by Dakota Brown. Art by Ryan Cody. Lettered by Mika Myers. Let's take a look. Oh, wow. This is great art. I've definitely seen some of this before. This is good. It reminds me of something somewhere between Michael Avon Oeming and Mike Mignola. You know, some really thick shadows and stuff, but also just the type of simplified line work, but, you know, like good storytelling and perspective and important details for establishing the scene. Okay. So yeah, this is basically a riff on Santa, but Santa is literally fighting death. That's kind of cool. That, hey, might be public domain. That sounds awesome. You want good barbecue in Florida? You come to my house. Come out to my house? I think that's probably what that means. Thank you, Daniel. And thank you, Michael, for a super chat. Didn't expect that tonight necessarily. Have you done any videos for the book Faust or Tim Vigil? I know that's a hard book to show in any art form. I definitely have Faust. I've definitely read it. I have not done an episode about it, just to answer your question, since that was asked directly and at great expense. Thank you. Probably your best place to look in the meantime would be, I think Cartoonist Kayfabe has done more than one episode. I think they've even done an interview with Tim Vigil, if I'm remembering correctly. It's something I could potentially cover at some point. Yes. This looks great. This looks great. Yeah. Good art. And oh, interesting idea. Okay, I think this is implying that the man who basically essentially becomes Santa could be Gilgamesh, the Forgotten One. I think. I mean, I need to read this carefully, page by page, but so I might be making an assumption. But look, that's definitely Gilgamesh versus, you know, some sort of a demon, and it's juxtaposed with the same sort of fight in the modern day with Santa and death. So there's something going on there. There's something going on there. All right. Let's recap, because this has been a strong night. Let's take a moment to recap the comics that came in, and my sincere thanks to the artists. I'm giving you credit and calling you all artists. If you're a writer, letterer, whatever you've done to create this, I'm calling you an artist. I'm allowed to do that. So we've got from Scout Comics, Death Comes for the Toymaker. Definitely looks interesting. I'm going to sort of set aside when I've got like the stickers and stuff. But we've got Endangered African Hornman and Juggy anthology, as well as several other comics by Erwin Papa, like the Gangsters Boys, Art Pinups, and The Angriest Warrior Dead Ends. Erwin Papa with Warwick Walker. We have Frankie Crossroads and an original piece of art explaining what it is. Frankie Crossroads Books 1, Frankie Crossroads in the Journey, and Frankie Crossroads Book 2, The Journey Continues, by Mark Richard Luther. And those, he said, are on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, and Target. We have the sort of graffiti-esque comic, Sundays in Space. What was the name of this creator? Hold on. I'm already blanking because I'm just bad at names. That's just me. That's me. Dan Goodwin. This was Dan Goodwin, who's in the chat, right? Okay, my apologies. Just bad at names. So Sundays in Space, issues 1, 2, and 3. We have from Scotland, David Robertson sent in the comedy anthology from Fred Egg Comics called Enough Nonsense. We have the first 3 issues published through Scout Comics of Junction Jones and the Corduroy Conspiracy. And that one was sent by Tom Pescatore, right? I believe that's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. We've got the biography, the first 2 issues of a biography out of 3 issues about Slim Evans, who fought for workers' rights, and apparently Gord Cummings is going to continue that into an even larger story. That's nice. We had the top secret Infotron, my mascot, versus a Ninja Turtle. We had that top secret thing. And finally, we bring it back to what we started with, the Wasach Wonders issues 1 and 2. And that one was by Evan Black. Evan Black. Just bad at names. Sorry about that. Very cool stuff. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to close that image. My apologies. I had attached my microphone to that camera. I didn't realize that. I don't know where I cut myself off. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you sincerely to every... Oh, Steve Sorensen also sent me a hat. Not bad luck. It was not bad luck for me to wear this. Yes, there's a delay now. Yes, sorry. Audio was attached to the other camera. Very exciting. Very exciting stuff to go through. Diverse, too, right? Humor, sci-fi, superhero, real life, all different ages, all different like art styles, just so much creativity. It really helps, I think, when I do these unboxings, help show just how broad and versatile the medium of comic books can be. That's what I like to see, is just how different all of this stuff can be. And I love it. I love it. This is so fun. I hope everybody out there enjoyed taking a look at these unique comics and potentially got interested enough to check some of them out. And in the meantime, I'm going to take off and get back to work editing a Comic Tropes video so that I have some content to share with all of you and I can continue to attract such amazing and diverse talent. Just a true privilege, a true privilege. Thank you all. And you know what my marching orders always are. Keep reading comics. Bye, everybody. Take care. Have a good weekend.